This is the Lonesome Hollow farm. This is old barn here. If you can see inside there, it's an old log barn. We've turned this little old barn. Had a neighbor come in, an Amish guy come in and create us a little deer camp in there. We're back here maybe two times a year mowing and bush hogging. I need to do again. So we call this place Lonesome Hollow. We don't get back here much except deer season, and it stays full then. This is the old back barn. The old back barn back here. That's one of the three little old ponds here on this old farm. That's the biggest one of the three. There's not really enough water back here to run livestock. That's one of the portable shooting houses we've got built. This little, about a 6-acre bottom. I put 18 pounds of alfalfa, bushel of oats, and some white clover seed, and got a pretty good stand. There's a few weak spots on these old sandy hills, but so this is the alfalfa, the stand of alfalfa I've got, and the oats. Of course, the deer and the turkey have eaten hard on it. I was back here last night at 7:30. Right before dark, I put a tractor around back here. There was 26 deers in this alfalfa patch last night at 7:30, and that's just what was down here in the bottom. This place is just covered up in deers and turkeys. My highest shooting house up on that little ridge right there. I think it might be time to replace that old blind. That's a limestone ledge there. You know, at least 8 to 10 foot high at different spots. Of course, it goes on up that knob. But that's a vertical drop right there. And there's a den, bobcat hole there. That's been a den so long. That den's about 2.5, 3 foot up off the ground on a vertical lift, and where the cats have climbed in and out and their back feet and claws through the centuries, they've actually wore a little path down through that solid limestone, climbing in and out of that old bobcat den. And that's looking forward to the back barn. Well, this little old bottom, about 2.5 acres in it, maybe 3, about enough for a bushel of seed corn. I come in here Monday, this is Saturday. I came in here Monday and bush hogged this little fescue and clover down there just about knee deep. I broke it yesterday, June the 4th. Sod had been broke over 20 years. You know, I've disced that already this morning. Fishing go over and disc the rest of it. Little 8-foot forward disc. Little 10-foot color packer that I've narrowed down to basically follow in behind that disc. Finished it early this morning. Hooked that little 8-foot disc and hooked the color packer behind the disc. And I've disced it twice, and it's ready to plant corn. I'll be planting corn in a little while. Little old 2-row birch corn planter. Oh, it's at least 50 years old. I've owned it for 30 years, and it was old when I got it. I used to farm with that little corn planter, because now all I do is food plots for the deer and turkeys. Oh, 1355 Oliver. Thunder's rolling. We're getting done. Going to put a few end rows around there. Just to use up what little corn's left in the planter, about a half cup full on each side. Rain's fixing to come in, maybe set this seed corn. This is a pair of old Indian tools that I found plowing up at the little bottom. I don't know what it's, a spear point or an axe head, or it's definitely man-made. It's coming to a point, concave from both sides. and cut at 90 degrees across the back. I've not cleaned it up yet, but it feels like it's been polished smooth back here, so I don't know, that might be a tomahawk head or something back years ago. This has definitely been worked on by man sometime in the back. It's a perfect size hand tool. I don't know if it was a chisel